This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25. Happy Good Friday. You know, typically today would be tax day, but because it's Good Friday.
It's not. It's actually going to be Monday, the 18th. So again, today's Friday, the 15th. And again, happy Good Friday. I'm Stacy Jensen.
I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, the Binion Ranch property has sold. That land has been the subject of 2 suspicious fires, an unauthorized demolition, and is still one of the subjects of an ongoing court case. 700 Wilson Road sold to 3 real estate agents in Las Vegas for $1.95 million on March 31st. The buyers are a limited liability partnership recently formed called MAC LLC. George Caprios from GK Properties and Alexander Makovsky, who is an architect and real estate developer, purchased the land. KPVM TV reached out to GK Properties today to get a peek inside the future plans the trio has in mind. The 140 acres comes with what agent Lori Griffin from Pahrump Realty Executive says has dual zoning, including neighborhood commercial, 139.425 acre feet of water rights, 3 working wells, an orchard, 2 large pastures, and of course outbuildings. The main home was destroyed when owned by Shelley Calderon, formerly Shelley Highland, who is scheduled in a Las Vegas court next month concerning a case in which she allegedly is accused of elder abuse and possibly forging signatures regarding this property and others owned by the late Betty and Ralph McKnight, who purchased the property from the Binions. Chad Binion was a former casino owner whose suspicious death and stolen silver underground here in Pahrump near the Pahrump Nugget were the subject of a murder and theft case.
And the state of Nevada launched a data dashboard which transparently tracks how the state is spending federal American Rescue Plan funds. The dashboard, which can be found under the By the Numbers tab at nevadarecovers.com, provides the public a real-time accounting of funds received by the state and where the funds have been obligated. The page also contains links the American Rescue Plan allocates dollars to a wide number of programs and services such as K-12 education, vaccine distribution, food security, behavioral health issues services, housing assistance, and childcare. Funds may be spent to support specific COVID-19 related priorities within the confines of the federal Treasury rules and are intended to be allocated by December 31st of 2024 and spent by December 31st of 2026. More than $43 million will be supporting behavioral health needs throughout Nevada. This will support programs related to criminal justice, crisis stabilization, suicide prevention, treatment services, and other efforts.
Well, it was standing room only Thursday night at the Bob Roode Community Center for the Nye County Republican Central Committee's Political Candidates Town Hall Meeting and Debate, hosted by the Nye County Republican Central Committee's Bill Carnes and Joe Brzezinski. Moderated by KPVM's Deanna O'Donnell and Pahrump Valley Times editor Brent Shanding, who posed a litany of blind questions to the Republican candidates running for office. This was the first of 3 nights of debates leading up to the primary election, which promises to be anything but boring. Early voting is May 28th through June 10th. Voters can also do in-person same-day registrations and voting registration updates at their polling locations. June 14th is the primary election. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Last night's contenders were a candidate for Nye County Clerk and Nye County Sheriff. Current Nye County Clerk Sandra Molino is retiring. There are 3 GOP candidates vying for that seat. Since the 2020 presidential election and unfounded claims of voter fraud, this seat is highly sought by those who believe that they can make a difference. Appearing for debate is Ian Bain, Mark Kampf, who is recently appointed as interim Nye County Treasurer, and Andrew Cacavalli. Appearing for debate is Ian Bain, Mark Kampf, who is recently appointed as interim Nye County Treasurer, and Andrew Cacavalli.
I believe there's voter fraud all over the place, and And the problem is prioritization. Right now, the most important thing that I don't think you should detract from this is the fact that there are ballots blowing around anywhere there's a post office box, or anytime there's a mailbox, there's ballots are going to be blowing around in the wind, and anybody can grab those or steal those.
We're dead last in election integrity. I am not comfortable with that. I'm already working on behalf of the people in Pahrump, Round Mountain, Amargosa Valley, Beatty, Tonopah. We have our eyes and ears open. It's a multi-layered approach. Ballot harvesting.
I think I've got the skills, I've got the knowledge of the process, I've got the integrity, and I've got the confidence to get in and do the job properly.
The next 2 hours were spent with candidates for Nye County Sheriff, who spent much of their time answering questions about alleged corruption, public information, staffing shortages, and more. Appearing for debate, Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley, Nye County Deputies Joe McGill, Jose Parra, Eric Murphy, and former Chicago police officer Diane Sauter, who is the only candidate currently not employed by NCSO. The questions from the audience were pouring in. The moderators did their best to put forth the questions in a timely manner before time was up. Each candidate had rebuttals with some sticky moments.
Somebody that started in this career without body cameras and now is dealing with the body cameras, I think they're a great tool. I think they do just what we want them to do, and that's show transparency.
To tell you the truth, we had body cameras. The beginning of the installation was 2018, and I am a proponent, absolutely, for as much information as I can get to back up what my deputies are doing.
They're amazing. I think they're a very good tool for us to have. I think it would help the citizens to understand what took place. If you're sitting on a jury, a better understanding of what happened.
That's the intent, and that's one great thing that we've had is body cameras, because it's helped a lot of deputies. It's helped not just for our court cases as evidence, but it's helped a lot of deputies and the sheriff to determine what the truth is, because people lie.
I think that everybody has grown up without body cams and with body cams. My feelings on body cams is I love them.
Next week, we continue with the Nye County Republican Central Committee debates Thursday, April 21st from 5 till 9 p.m., followed by the final one, April 28th at the same time at the Bob Roode Community Center. KPVM TV will be streaming the debates live on our Facebook page. If you want to send any questions, you can send them by email to deanna@kpvm.tv.
And we'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
And welcome back. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies involved in the Tyler Kennedy case may be facing charges. District Attorney Chris Arabia told News 25 that the case is still open regarding actions that were taken on the day deputies released the person who has now been convicted of 3 counts of DUI causing death. The crash on March 27th of 2021 on U.S. Highway 95 killed Idaho residents Michael Duhammer, his fiancée Lauren Starcevich, and 12-year-old Georgia Duhammer. 11-year-old Jackson inside the family's vehicle suffered brain trauma, and 6-year-old Emerson broke her wrist. Nye County Sheriff's Office released a video showing deputies' interaction with the suspect, commenting that Kennedy was under the influence. They had contact with him at the Area 51 Alien Center in Amargosa. Police were called for a weapons offense in which Kennedy was allegedly waving a gun at a person at a nearby trailer park. The officers did not arrest Kennedy and instead allowed him to drive away. The crash happened 1.5 hours later.
My chief deputy did a lot of work on that, and he spoke with a renowned expert, and we were able to put the case together in a way that persuaded the defendant that they were going to take our offer, and there was no back and forth. We said, if you want to do a deal, you have to take DUI death for each of the people who was killed. that's what happened. He'll be sentenced in July. He's looking at 24 to 60 years as a maximum, and I'm grateful to the office. The victims, the families of the victims were on board with this as well. And so as far as starting from a place of unimaginable tragedy with this case, in terms of criminal justice resolutions, this is a good resolution. So we're happy about that. There was also an article that came out in the Review Journal a couple weeks ago that alleged and showed video that this person was stopped by the police and that drugs were seized from him, but he was allowed to resume driving, and that was right before the accident, an hour and a half before the accident. Obviously, that's a concerning thing. I've been asked about that by a lot of people, whether I'm going to look to do anything about that side of it, and it's really too early to say. I was more focused on the Tyler Kennedy prosecution, so I can't say one way or the other. All I can say is that we're looking at it and we're trying to decide what the best way to go forward is, and we're not going to rush it, and whatever ends up being decided will be the product of a lot of careful consideration. There's a civil suit that the county's insurer has provided counsel. What the right path forward is, I'm not 100% sure yet, but we have a little bit of time to make our decisions, and we also want to, keeping mindful of the county's potential liability, maybe keep an eye on what's going on the civil suit, and then if there's a timing or what, I don't know. It's too early to say really if anything's going to happen, but like I said, it's not a decision that would be taken lightly, and I don't know. We might end up doing nothing, and we might end up looking at it, more extensively. It's too early to say. I don't want to comment on anything other than I've seen the video that was in the attached to the Review Journal story. That's the one that I think most people have seen, and I don't want to say anything else.
Well, in today's health segment, are all home remedies really old wives' tales?
Most of us have tried a home remedy at some point. Some work and some don't. According to Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Elizabeth Keitlinger, one remedy backed by science is using duct tape to remove a wart.
You want to put it on the wart and you want to leave it on for about 6 days. So you want to give it substantial time to kind of have like an occlusive property over that wart. Take it off. You want to scrub it. Then you want to reapply the tape again and leave it on for another 6 days and repeat this process.
It looks like Grandma was right. Research suggests chicken soup can be good for a cold.
The chicken noodle soup actually increase the velocity of movement of the mucus in your nose better compared to hot water and better compared to cold water. So there actually is science that it may relieve some of that congestion and mucus and make you feel better.
And if you have a cough, honey may help.
So there are a lot of studies that found that giving a couple of teaspoons of honey at night can actually reduce symptoms, reduce coughing, and improve sleep. The last point I want to make about the honey is that you always want to make sure you're not giving it to anyone younger than 1 year of age, because honey does have a risk of infant botulism, which is a very serious disease.
For those dealing with tummy troubles, products containing ginger can provide relief.
There's a lot of data showing that it actually can be quite effective for nausea. There are studies that have used it in pregnant women, chemotherapy patients. The overall trend was that these are helpful medications.
If you're reaching for an herbal medicine, be sure to talk with your healthcare provider first. Some can interact with certain medical conditions and medications. At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
And our good friend Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals talks to us about computer users' #1 threat. Guess what? It's not your cat trying to lie on your keyboard.
Hi guys, Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial, viewer question edition. One viewer asks, what's the #1 threat facing normal computer users? That is an easy one, online scams. This is where a hacker pretends to be someone that you like or trust, Microsoft, Amazon, your computer's antivirus software. Typically, they're going to tell you that your computer's security is at risk and they need you to let them remote into your computer. Don't let them do it. You are not the exception. 10 out of 10 times, this is a scam. If you do let them onto your computer, they'll have access to all your email, bank, social media accounts. Remember, these scams can appear on your computer, but also via phone too, so be very wary. If you've already been taken advantage of, come in and see us. We can help you.
Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190
East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Thanks so much, Josh.
We like Josh.
All right. Well, we'll have more, including your Save a Pet, after the break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Darby O'Donnell Westerman catches up with a very playful feline today in our Save a Pet segment. You might just let this cute kitty use your keyboard to lounge on.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with this incredibly cute and fat cat named Mink. Mink is a very large gray tabby with gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous green eyes. He is a lover. He came up to us on his own, started asking for attention. He is a little bit like, I don't really want you to pick me up, but I'm definitely down for you to pet me for a while. He had to jump off the table to go rub on someone's legs. But Mink is super cute, very, very friendly, very large, tabby, adorable, adult male. If you want to come and see Mink or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you could give them a call at 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Mink wanted to remind everyone that they're now available for adoption 7 days a week, so definitely come and see him. Bye, Mink. Hi, boy. Oh my gosh, he loves attention so much.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
I heard there might be wind in the forecast. I wonder if they're going to blow those Easter eggs away.
They better not. We're going to have a full update on your forecast and a wind advisory in effect coming up with John in just a moment.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a Good Friday. Oh, we have a Good Friday weather map for you. Look at this, Fernley and Fallon stuck in the mid-60s. Not too bad compared to Carson City, 58. Hey, you're the cold spot in the state today. Somebody's not living right there. Oh, Tonopah, you got 65. 70 in Goldfield, 74 in Beatty, heating up all the way to 78 in Amargosa. And the hot spot in the state today, it's Las Vegas, 82 degrees, a low of 61 tonight. That'll feel pretty good. Out in Death Valley, it's 89. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, let's take a look. 75 degrees, current temperature. 77, just a little bit earlier. Winds kindly out of the south-southwest all day long at about 8 miles per hour. We see some humidity there, about 20%, giving us a little bit of cloud cover as the sun rose this morning at 6:10 a.m. And it will set this evening at 7:17. Count on it. We'll head to a low tonight of 57 degrees. Those clouds going to make us a beautiful sunset, and we'll look forward to that. We won't look forward to the wind kicking up to 17 miles per hour out of the southeast. It's going to be blowing tomorrow. Check this out. Boom, 23 mile per hour. Average gust. Of course, the high is still at 76 degrees, so that's okay. But yeah, we're going to have some clouds. We're going to have some wind tomorrow. But Sunday, Easter Sunday, 83 degrees. Sunshine, not a care in the world. And that's going to set us up for a great week of weather. The next 3 days in the mid and upper 80s under some cloud cover. And we'll finish out the week strong in the 70s. But, you know, that's a problem for future Johnny, and I'm just not going to worry about this wind blowing on Thursday. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it and let you know what happens. But have a great weekend and a happy Easter. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right, windy
day. Windy every other day, it looked like. Every other day.
Yeah, there you go. So this Sunday, we have an event on Saturday, we have an event on Sunday.
It's all about Easter.
There you go.
That's right. We've got Saturday, we've got a community picnic. It's at Petrick Park. from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be lots of fun. We've got all sorts of things, free family fun. That's what it's going to be.
And that's brought to you by Prump Disability Outreach Program and the Prump Holiday Task Force, which are also going to have hamburgers and hot dogs and all that stuff happening. And so much fun. Petrick Park right there on the corner of Basin and Highway 160. Come on down.
So that's Saturday. Now on Sunday
is Easter at Simpkins Park. Bring the whole family for this. There is also going to be a service in the morning, which starts at 10 a.m. The Easter egg hunt is going to start at noon. Of course, there's going to be everything from crafts to Darby face painting. She's going to have a fun time doing that. And of course, the Easter egg hunt, all ages included, which is kind of my little pet peeve, is everybody should be involved in this, and so much fun. And brought to you by, of course, the Mills family and everybody who's volunteered. 18,000 eggs.
How many?
18,000.
That's a lot of eggs. Okay.
I know.
That Easter Bunny's busy. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
Oh,
Thanks so much to everybody who's volunteering for that, including Ryan Muccio, DJ, and Christy, and everybody. And it's going to be so much fun down there. Simpkins Park. It's right there off of Highway 160 in Simpkins. You can't miss it. There'll be a lot of people out there looking for those eggs, especially those ones that have a little bit of cash in them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to go.
I'm going to do that.
Everybody have a great holiday weekend. Happy Easter. I'm Stacy Jensen.
I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great holiday Easter and happy Good Friday. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Good night.